Chapter 13, Reckoning and Revelation. The aftermath was quiet. A profound stillness, like the hush after a powerful storm. We lay entangled on a paint-splattered drop cloth, the air thick with the scent of paint and the lingering energy of our connection. The late afternoon light, filtering through the dusty studio windows, cast long shadows, illuminating the chaotic beauty of Daphne's creative space and the serene, almost vulnerable expression on her sleeping face. I watched her, tracing the curve of her cheek with my fingertip, feeling the delicate pulse beneath her skin. Her eyes were closed, her dark lashes fanned across her cheeks, her lips slightly parted. She looked peaceful, content, and a wave of tenderness, so intense it was almost painful, washed over me. This wasn't just a game anymore. This was something real, something terrifying. I carefully extracted myself from her embrace. She stirred, murmuring something unintelligible, and curled up on her side, her body unconsciously seeking my warmth. She was wearing my shirt, and the simple gesture, the instinctive trust, sent another wave of emotion through me: protectiveness, possessiveness, and something deeper, something I couldn't quite name. I slipped on my jeans. I glanced back at Daphne, still sleeping soundly. The urge to protect her, to shield her from the world, from Zeph, from myself, was overwhelming. I knew I had to leave, to give her space. But I couldn't leave without something. I found a piece of charcoal and a scrap of paper, and I wrote a short note: "You are incredible. Sleep well. P." I hesitated, then added, "I'll call you." I placed the note on the workbench, next to the roses I'd brought. Then, I quietly let myself out, stepping back into the late afternoon sun, feeling like I was leaving a part of myself behind. The drive back to the Phi Delta house was a blur. My mind was racing, replaying every moment, every touch, every word. I felt changed, as if I'd crossed some invisible line. The house was quiet. I found Leander and Orpheus in the common room, playing pool. They both looked up as I entered, their expressions questioning. "How'd it go?" Leander asked, his voice low. I just smiled, a slow, genuine smile that I couldn't suppress. "It went," I said, the word carrying a weight of meaning they couldn't possibly understand. Orpheus, ever perceptive, raised an eyebrow. And I'm in deep," I admitted, the words a confession, a revelation. Leander let out a low whistle. "Damn Polo. I didn't think I'd see the day." "Neither did I said honestly. We talked. I told them about the studio, about the painting, about the connection. I didn't go into detail. Some things were meant to be private, but I conveyed the essence of it, the intensity, the vulnerability. "You're falling for her, aren't you?" Orpheus asked gently. I didn't answer, didn't need to. The truth was evident. "Just be careful, Polo," Leander said, his voice laced with concern. "Zeph's not going to let this go." "I know," I said, my jaw tightening. "But I'm ready for him. He messes with Daphne, he messes with me. He messes with us." I gestured to the three of us. "And he'll regret it." "We've got your back, brother," Leander said, his voice firm. "Always." "And," Eros added, entering the room with his usual calm, "I've already started damage control. Spreading the word about Zeph's instability. Planting a few seeds of doubt. Just a little preemptive PR." I smiled, grateful for their support, their loyalty, their understanding. This was what Phi Delta Gamma was supposed to be. A brotherhood. A family. And I was finally starting to appreciate it, to value it, for something more than just social status and connections. But with distance came uncertainty. After everything, after the intensity of my connection with Daphne, after the escalating threat from Zeph, I was starting to question my own motives. Was I with her to protect her, to show her a different side of my life, to deepen our connection, or was I with her there to possess her, to isolate her, to control her? The thought disturbed me deeply. I didn't want to be like Zeph. But the line between protectiveness and possessiveness, between desire and control, was becoming increasingly blurred. I needed to figure things out. I needed to find a balance. I needed to prove to Daphne and to myself that I was worthy of her trust. The word love, inspoken, hung in the air, a terrifying, exhilarating possibility. I looked at my brothers, and for the first time in a long time, I felt a flicker of hope. Maybe I could pull this off. Maybe I could have it all. But I knew it wouldn't be easy. The storm was far from over, and Zeph was still out there. I had a feeling the calm wouldn't last.